Good morning. The only issue I feel like with recording and then posting a week later is that if something happens yesterday and then I want to respond to it like the next day, you guys won't see it until I post it a week later. So even though you're gonna see this a little late, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that joined my channel and joined watching my videos last week. I don't know if I want to say they blew up because they got like 1,000 views, but my videos normally get like 100 to 200 views, so 1,000's a lot of people. Yeah, I also got like 100 people who had subscribed and said like, oh, I'm joining the journey, like keep it up, which is just like, I don't know, I was not expecting that, especially so soon after I started posting. Like anytime I'd get like 1 subscriber, I would get excited. So 100 in a day is just like, it's crazy. So yeah, okay, welcome. So exciting. Last week I did not do that well in terms of consistency. I went Monday before work, I went Tuesday after work, and then I went like Friday or something, and then that was it. But Friday, I was so determined to get my shoulder strength up that I honestly think I overdid it. That's a problem I have, especially because I feel like I'm almost rushing these skills. Like I want to get them so fast and so soon. So I teeter-totter between pushing myself and then overdoing it. Like there's a fine line and I have a hard time staying behind that line. So I didn't work out this weekend mostly because I was just really sore, but even today, like I still feel kind of sore. Like, I don't know, I just feel like your shoulders are such sensitive joints that when you're really pushing them like that, it's really easy to aggravate them and get injured. I don't think I'm injured, but I definitely feel very, very sore. So today's probably gonna be a much simpler workout. Again, I know I said I would be doing simple workout days, but I feel kind of bad in terms of entertainment purposes. It's not that exciting to watch somebody do push-ups and pull-ups and planks and extremely basic workouts. But, you know, I think those are honestly really important. They're like the foundations to everything else. When people say like, oh, how do I start calisthenics? Like, what are beginner-friendly workouts? It's like, literally, it's just the foundations. Like, get your first 10 push-ups and get your first 10 pull-ups. And then, like, everything else grows from there. And so I didn't really document that process. Like, that was more like my TikTok stuff before I started making videos on YouTube, because I feel like that wasn't, like, too entertaining to document in terms of, like, long-form content. But getting to the more exciting skills was, so that's why I am now recording training for that, because it's like a little more exciting. But yeah. So one more thing. So I know 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh my gosh, I just had the best week ever. I was consistent. I went every day, filmed every day, posted every day. It was great. My time management skills on point. And then the next week, my weekend kind of messed me up. So that's why I didn't go to the gym every day, because I was just way too tired. But we're back on track, okay? I had a really good weekend. I got a lot done. I fixed my sleep schedule, so we're good. I think I should be like really consistent this week, hopefully. So yeah, but like I said, I do need to listen to my body. I don't want to push myself more than I'm supposed to be. So hopefully I feel better tomorrow and we can have a normal workout and everything will be great, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll probably work on muscle ups today just because last 2 times I went to the gym, I did shoulders and push heavy and my shoulders aren't happy with me. But at the same time, muscle ups is kind of also a lot of shoulders, like when you get to the top. So I'll feel it out and I'll see if I want to be doing that. And if not, then we're just going to do strictly like pull-ups and probably just a pull day, normal pull day workout. Yeah, okay. I'll see you at the gym. We'll see how it goes. Bye. So when I got there, I was kind of curious just because I had taken the weekend off. So I was like, maybe I rested enough and I can do my shoulder like
let's see. I stretched, warmed up a little bit, and this was my attempt. I know I got really close, which I was excited to see, but I definitely did feel it a lot in my shoulders, and like not in a great way. So I was like, okay, not gonna do that again. So this is when I decided, okay, we're not gonna work on that today. I think I'm just gonna focus on my muscle ups today. So this was my first attempt. I tried to start from the top since it would give me more momentum, but that didn't really work. So instead of going straight into muscle ups, I decided to do negatives first. I didn't realize that I was not in frame when I recorded this, so you can't see the beginning part of it, but I started going down really slow here, and then after a certain point, I would just fall. Like I wouldn't really be able to control it that much. So I kept jumping up and trying to do negatives as slowly as possible, trying to have some sort of control. But since I was having difficulty with that, I decided, okay, let me just kind of focus on my form coming down and then try the actual muscle up. So I kind of did these back and forth. I didn't do strictly negatives and then strictly muscle ups. I kind of went back and forth between the two. But after enough failed attempts, I started to think about some of the comments that I had been getting in my previous videos that were questioning if it was really a lack of strength or if it was more of a lack of technique. Because from what I understood, as long as you could pull up to your chest, you have enough space to muscle up, because the only thing you need at that point is to transition your hands. So I started playing around with pull-ups on this, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely pulling high enough. Like, I think I can do it, so I clearly must be doing something wrong. I went back to the negatives a few times to kind of really focus on my hand placement and the timing of the movement. And when I did that enough, then I went back to trying the muscle ups, but I was doing them trying to keep all the tips in mind at the same time. So it's not like I wasn't thinking about this before, but I felt like every time I would focus on one thing that I was doing wrong, I would focus so much on that I would neglect everything else. So there are really three major parts of a muscle up. It's the initial explosive pull up where you pull all the way to your chest, and then immediately after you do a quick shift in your wrists and put your chest over the bar. If you only do one or even two of these, it doesn't work. You're gonna fall straight back down. You have to do all three simultaneously at the right time. So this is me just mentally practicing, trying to get all the cues right and make sure I do everything consistently and not leave one thing out because I'm focusing too much on the others. So I gave it a few more attempts, still didn't work, had to do a little bit of a reset. And so I went back to my camera to look at my form to see what I was doing wrong, and that's when I finally realized, I was like, oh wow, I'm not even in frame. So I moved the camera up a little bit, tried to focus on what I felt like my mistake was, and went through my rehearsal one last time. I was like, pull, shift, chest. Pull, shift, chest. Pull, shift, chest. Had that on repeat. And the guy next to me had been seeing like all my failed attempts leading up to this. He was trying to give me tips, and I was like, thanks, but I kept messing up even with him helping me. So I was like, all right, it's fine. Like, if it's okay if I don't get it today, I'm just gonna keep working through it. And then this was my next attempt. And you can hear him afterwards just because of all the failed attempts beforehand. I think that's why he was so audible about it.
Finally. I had to think about that so much.
You did really good though, smooth.
So after I got it, I went back. I tried to do it again and I couldn't, which honestly you'd think I'd be more upset about. I was a little bit annoyed, but I was also very fatigued, so I didn't beat myself up too much about it. But I did take this time to kind of go back, look at my footage, try and compare all my failed attempts to the one that I finally did get successfully. And I started talking about how long it's been taking me to work on this skill. And my calisthenics buddy was like really encouraging.
Don't be hard on yourself because you were doing so good. You don't even realize it.
So he made me feel a little bit better about myself. He actually helped me with my negatives because I was explaining to him how I wasn't able to control it. And he was like, it's fine, that's how you start, that's how I started, like don't beat yourself up about it. You just gotta keep doing it over and over and over, and then one day you'll be able to control it. So I did one set with him trying to help me, and then the rest I just did normal. And I've said this in another video, but I do genuinely think negatives are the best starter workout to any new skill that you're gonna learn. So I did these over and over for a bit until I got exhausted. And after this, I was pretty much done with muscle ups and just decided to work on my explosiveness and my endurance. So I did banded pull-ups for my next few sets. And my favorite thing about using a resistance band to help with these pull-ups is obviously I'm able to pull a lot higher, a lot more consistently with these pull-ups. So my goal was to try and pull as high as I would for a muscle up every single rep. I think you can see though, for my next set, how I start off very explosive. It goes all the way to my chest exactly how it's supposed to. But then as I start to get tired, every rep I go up a little more slowly and a little less high. So this is exactly what I'm trying to build up my endurance for, so that I'm able to pull up explosively as consistently as possible. So once my forearms started to fatigue from this, I didn't focus as much on explosiveness, and I just focused on getting as many reps in as possible and then finishing with top hold negatives. I do this every workout, and I will preach it every workout. When you get to your last few reps and you feel like, okay, I can only do one or maybe half of one left, pull up as high as you possibly can and then just hold yourself up there as long as you can. I know it sucks, I know it burns, but this is definitely where the progress is made. If you just do as many as your body can do, then yeah, you'll still get stronger the more you do it, but I feel like you will not progress as quickly versus forcing your muscles to still hang in there when they've already told you, like, no, I'm calling it quits. This is when you get all the visible shaking, and this is when all the muscle fibers do their tearing and all the science stuff that helps it rebuild stronger. So they're technically some of my favorites to do, but also my least favorites because I know how much they suck in the moment. But every time I don't do them and I skip them because I'm like, these suck, I hate how tired they make me feel, then the next time I come to the gym, I really don't see as much progress versus when I do put them at the end of my workouts. I want to say almost always I feel stronger and I see a noticeable difference after a few days of recovery. So just some of my 2 cents. This was my last set. I usually do about 3 to 4 sets of assisted pull-ups with negatives at the end. And then after back days, I always have to go to the posing room because my back right now is the most defined part of my body and the thing that I've seen the most progress in since I started all of this. So I wanted to see if I had a pop. So I'll see you in the posing room. Man, I have horrible ab genetics. Alright, I think I reversed the Thanksgiving damage. So, abs are back where they were. But back is coming in. Again, it looks good. Okay, got a shower. I'm gonna go to work. I'll see you in the car. Can you tell that I'm happy? I'm so happy. It's a great day, okay? I had a great night's sleep. I got to the gym early. I was able to take my time. And I finally got the purple band. Yes. It's only been, what, like a month and a half? Definitely over a month. Okay, I'm not even upset that I wasn't able to do it again because at that point I was tired, so I wasn't really expecting to. But yeah, honestly, very interesting workout. I feel like I started noticing a lot of muscles that I didn't realize
are worked out during a muscle up. So the past few weeks, the reason I've been so focused on like, oh, let me do weighted pull-ups, let me do explosive pull-ups, let me do all these other sorts of pull-ups, is because I wasn't able to do it with the purple band, but I was able to do it with the green band. So in my head, it made no sense that I could do it with the green band, then go down in resistance and not be able to do it in the purple band and have it be anything other than strength. But a lot of people actually, it's hot, hold on. So a couple people had commented on my videos, but quite a couple people were like, honestly, the hardest part of the muscle up is the technique and the form. And, you know, some people were like, I think you have the strength for it. It's really just getting used to the motion. But in my brain, I was like, no, that doesn't make sense, because if I can do it with the green band, then I must have the form right. Because it was only when I went down in the assistance band that I wasn't able to do it anymore. So, you know, logically, that makes sense. It's like, oh yeah, clearly this is a strength issue. But no, I'm like, if you can pull yourself up to your chest, it's not a strength issue. Like, and I can pull myself up to my chest every single time on the purple band. So that's why I was so determined. I was like, I have to be able to do it with it. And I did. So I'm happy. When I was doing those negatives though, I started realizing that like I started feeling it a lot like here, like near my elbow, which was weird. But then when I was doing the explosive pull-ups at the end, I felt it also in my elbow. Like, it's weird. I think when you pull up to your chest, it is all like forearm and back, and that's it. Well, that's like 99% of it. But once you start going past your neck and to your chest, it does like start to translate, and like you feel it more in your arms and also your shoulders. So just a tidbit of information, because I didn't realize that. So every time I was doing the negatives, that moment where I would start to fall, it was because I feel like I have no strength here. It was that moment that, wait, you go, yeah, like right here, like right when your elbows have to come in and you're holding yourself like at this awkward angle. It's like all this. Just very interesting, very strange part of your body to work out. So yeah, I see why that's the hardest part, is that transition period, because it's like, what other workout works out your elbow area? I don't know. And like, if anyone who's like super experienced is listening to me talk and I sound like an idiot, I'm sorry. I'm not an expert, never claimed to be. Literally, I'm documenting how much of a noob I am, so feel free to educate me if anything I'm saying is wrong. That's where I feel it, so that's why I feel like that's just like my weak point. But I definitely really like those negative drills. I think they're kind of hard, because the point of a negative is to do it as slow and controlled as possible, and there's a point that I can't control it at all. I just fall. So, but the beginning part I can kind of a little bit control it. So yeah, hopefully that gets easier. But yeah, my shoulders didn't feel too bad after I warmed up, so the muscle up did not aggravate it. So happy about that as well. And I'm gonna be on time for work. It's a great day. Next time, I don't know when the next time I'm doing muscle ups is. Probably Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, I don't know. But hopefully I'll be able to do it again. It'd be kind of annoying if I was able to do it today and then next time not able to do it. But you know, I mean, that happens a lot here. So apparently I'm able to do something once and then not be able to do it for a while, and then magically be able to do it again like a week or two later. So who knows? I won't hold my breath. But ideally I would love to be able to do 2 reps next time. Hopefully that's the goal. So yeah. Anything else? I didn't aggravate my shoulder more, but they're definitely still a little bit sore, so not sure if I'm gonna do stalders tomorrow yet. Depends how I feel when I wake up. But yeah, we'll see. You know, if I'm sore, I'll just play around in the gym probably. I'll let you know. But Anyway, I hope you have a good workout today. I hope you have a good day, and again, as always, thank you for watching. I appreciate all your comments, all your tips. They're actually extremely helpful. I read each and every one of them, so yeah, thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, okay, bye.